Santorini is famous for its breathtaking views and whitewashed houses. But are you aware of the devastating earthquakes hidden beneath its beauty? Did the eruption 3,600 years ago inspire the legend of Atlantis? How did the 1956 disaster shake the island to its core? Is today's earthquake swarm a warning of a major catastrophe?
Santorini, a paradise on Earth. But beneath this beauty lies a sleeping giant, a history of devastating earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that have shaped the island for thousands of years. From the catastrophic eruption that may have inspired the legend of Atlantis, to modern seismic activity shaking the region, the question remains, could Santorini be on the verge of another disaster? Stay with us as we uncover the shocking history of Santorini's earthquakes and what they mean for the future. 3,600 years ago, one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in human history wiped out entire civilizations. The explosion of the Santorini volcano triggered a massive tsunami, devastating the Minoan civilization on Crete. Some believe this catastrophe gave birth to the myth of Atlantis, a once great city swallowed by the sea. But what if this wasn't just an ancient tragedy? What if history is waiting to repeat itself? Fast forward to July 9th, 1956. A 7.5 magnitude earthquake struck Santorini and the surrounding islands. Buildings crumbled, lives were lost, and Santorini was left in ruins. This was the strongest earthquake to hit the region in modern history, and it served as a grim reminder that the island still sits on an active fault line. The question is, was this just another isolated event, or a warning of something bigger? Over the past few months, Santorini has been experiencing an unusual increase in seismic activity. Small tremors, sometimes dozens per day, are shaking the island. Scientists call this a seismic swarm, and history has taught us that these swarms can often be precursors to major earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. Are these tremors just minor movements, or are they the warning signs of an impending disaster? Over the past few months, Santorini has been experiencing an unusual increase in seismic activity. Small tremors, sometimes dozens per day, are shaking the island. Scientists call this a seismic swarm, and history has taught us that these swarms can often be precursors to major earthquakes or volcanic eruptions. Are these tremors just minor movements, or are they the warning signs of an impending disaster? If the Santorini caldera were to erupt today, the consequences would be catastrophic. A large-scale eruption could trigger tsunamis, ash clouds, and deadly gas emissions, affecting not just Greece, but the entire Mediterranean region. But how likely is this? Geologists warn that while a massive eruption may not be imminent, the current seismic activity should not be ignored.
Recent seismic activity raises the question, is history repeating itself? Do you think Santorini is at risk of a massive earthquake or eruption? Share your thoughts in the comments. Is today's earthquake swarm a warning of a major catastrophe?